I'm Tori.
And I'm Karen.
But we just call her Mom.
And this is your comfort coming of age podcast.
For all the times that you just need to call your mom.
We talk about everything from how to host a dinner party to what books we're reading and current events to do you just ever feel old enough?
This podcast is how to adult from two perspectives with lots of family banter along the way. So join us as we navigate life for the very first time and as my mom and I grow up together. This podcast is for everyone, whether you have a great relationship with your mom or a strained relationship, maybe you're missing a relationship, your mom might have passed. My mom is now your mom, and she's all of our mom. And this is for when you just need to call your mom. Hi, Mom.
Hi, Tor.
How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Good. I'm having a good time doing it like this because we're doing audio only, so it really does feel like I'm just on a FaceTime with you, like calling you.
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
Which is exactly what this, show is named after. Let me call my mom.
Of course.
So it's really nice. But also bear with us, guys. It's our first remote episode. My mom and I aren't together. So
can you believe it?
No, I can't. I can't believe it. So there might be, we might have a learning curve or two, but we're figuring it out.
Yes.
So what are you doing?
I'm just sitting here. The windows are open. The doors are open. I'm watching the fans blow outside. The flags blow outside. It's a beautiful day here at the beach.
Yeah, you're at the beach.
Hanging with Frank. Daddy left for Maryland, so he's on a business trip. He'll be back tomorrow. So it's just Frankie and me taking walks and taking golf cart rides, as Frankie likes to do.
He's so dramatic. Have we said that he needs a golf cart ride every day on this podcast?
I'm not sure if we have, but he certainly does. He's like a real nudge until he gets his ride.
And he's so dramatic. I think we have talked about that he has his witching hour from 7 to 9 p.m. every day.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm glad we're recording this before his witching hour because he's truly just a nightmare during his witching hours.
Yeah, he might start to be a pain now, but we'll figure it out. He'll be fine.
A new development is you guys leave him out of the crate now when you leave.
We do. And we have no way of knowing if he's good or not because we're not here to see him. But, we've been leaving him out. He hasn't had any accidents in the house, which is great. But I think he probably still just runs from door to door wondering where we went.
So I really do think he's good because the one time you guys went and I was upstairs, he didn't know that I was upstairs. Oh, and he was a perfect little angel. And then when he learned I was upstairs, that's when he freaked out and was like, oh my God, she's home.
Yeah, that sounds like Frankie.
Yeah, he's just really funny. Oh, I didn't tell you when I brought him to Sunset the other night. I don't think I could have a dog. It's just a lot for me.
Okay, why? What happened?
Everyone that has a dog just wants to come up and talk to you and your dog. And it's I don't want to talk to everyone I see in the world. I just don't. Can I just sit at the sunset with my dog and chill? Apparently not when you're a dog owner. So that's something that I learned. And then another thing is maybe it's just because Ringo was a really anxious dog. So I assume all dogs are anxious and maybe not friendly with other dogs, even though Dad says Frankie is really friendly with other dogs. And I agree he is, but he's also such a little asshole. He has to let every other dog know that he's the man.
Oh yeah. That's very true. He is quite not a bully. It's the wrong word.
He's not a bully.
He's not mean about it, but yeah, he has to get up in every dog's face. He just wants to be the center of attention.
Well, is that a bad thing or a good thing?
I don't know. Like you said, I'm uncomfortable with it too. Because I'm just Frankie, can't you just sit and look at me adoringly? Yeah, just chill.
Well,
you don't have to
when he gets
do everything.
His snip.
Yeah, his snip is coming up. Well, in about a month. So
our little boy.
I know. Won't be a boy anymore. Oh, poor Frank.
Poor Frankie is right.
Yeah, he's going to be so sad. He loves his balls. He's just going to miss them terribly.
No, he does. I've never met a dog that loves their balls so much as Frank.
I know.
Maybe he'll chill out. I am worried that he's going to lose his zest.
He's going to slow down a little bit, but not right away. He's not even 2 yet. He's just barely 1. He's still going to be
so funny.
A lunatic for a while.
You need to record his zoomies and we'll put it on the Instagram because it's like the best part of the morning when he has his
Oh my
little
gosh.
zoomies.
Yeah. Frankie's zoomies are hilarious because he just does. He creates his own racetrack around the house, around the couch, around the dining room table, through the kitchen. Like he's a riot. And now he's
so funny.
He's been napping like an angel all day. And now as soon as I get on this call with you, he's up jumping around over there. He's, kicking his feet out. He's dumping his toys out of the box. Yeah,
Does he miss me?
He's being a toddler.
Does he miss me?
I'm sure he misses you. Oh, now he's
he didn't
honking
tell
on the
you?
goose. No, he didn't tell me specifically. Sorry.
Oh, that's fine.
Don't take it personally. He's a dog.
He was a little angel puppy on Saturday when you had your friends over. And
oh, yeah. We had a fun weekend.
You had a fun weekend. And you guys tired him out Friday night. So when you guys went out Saturday, he was such a little angel puppy just sleeping on my bed until like 7 p.m. hit. Then he stopped.
Oh, nice. Oh,
Yeah.
And then he was a wreck again. Yeah, and that's when you start texting me saying, "Are you coming home soon?"
No, I'm so annoying. It's like when I remember when I babysat for like the 5 times in my life that I babysat, and I would call you guys all the time being like, I hate doing this.
Yes. And even when we would go out and leave you home by yourself or with Maddie, and you'd still call us all the time, "When are you coming home? When are you coming home?" It's like, Tori, you're 12.
No, I'm done. Like, you guys had your time. Like, come back.
You're funny.
So tell us all about your weekend, because Labor Day weekend obviously came and went, and you guys had your friends over.
Yes. Once Labor Day came and went, and all of your business employees left the house, Frank, stop. Now he's bugging me. Now he's pawing at me.
Oh, Frankie.
Then we had a full house this weekend. We had 2 couples that we've been friends with at home for a long time came down to visit and stay the weekend, because before the summer started, we were getting together with them the first Friday of every month to go to dinner, the 6 of us. But since we've been down here for 4 months,
Literally.
we hadn't seen them for that long. We hadn't seen them all summer. So I guess it was in July. I said to them, "Hey, you know what? At the first Friday of September, why don't you guys all come here and we'll go to dinner?" So that's what they did. We made a weekend out of it. And it was a lot of fun. We had, the weather was really not going to be that great, but Saturday turned out to be perfect. It was supposed to rain. It never rained. But it was overcast, but it was calm. So it was a perfect boat day. And we took a boat down to Lazy Bass, watched college football, all that sort of stuff. But we had a great time with them. It was really fun. Not a beach weekend,
did seem to
but
have
it was
a good
fun.
time. It was so fun. On Friday night when I was trying to go to sleep, you guys were obviously so loud, as you always are with your friends, which not a problem at all. Not a problem at all.
And the Eagles were on. It was their season opener.
Oh, right.
On
Eagles
Friday night.
In the stupid,
Brazil.
out of country game.
Yeah,
What
I know.
is that? No, who likes that? Whose idea is
I
that?
don't know. I don't know. I don't like it at all.
This is why men can't be in charge of things, because they have these ideas and they say, "Oh, this is a great idea." Who is this benefiting? Brazil doesn't want us. Football is American. Leave it in America. And what are they going to do? Put an American football team in Brazil? No one wants it. And you brought up a good point. It just takes away a home game from the fans, and from the Eagles fans of all fans. We want home games.
Right. I agree. I think it was stupid. And it's got to be hard on the players.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a long flight. It's a weird time I guess they were only an hour different than us time zone wise, but
and
still,
a Friday night.
Yeah. And a Friday night. It was just weird.
It was so weird.
Yeah. So I didn't love it. Not to mention it's a field that neither team is familiar with. Mm. And I hear there were problems with the turf, that it wasn't good.
It's
whatever. It's just bad.
A woman would have never made that idea.
It's all about the money. I'm sure it's just a financial decision in there somewhere.
No, totally. But you could make money and be smart. There is a way to do both things.
You're right. And who was it? The Phillies this year played over in London Like, okay, everybody's going around the world now. Can we just have our sports
Can we
be
just
ours?
have our things? Like, seriously. Well, anyway, I'll just say you guys were loud on Friday night. Not a problem. And in the middle of it, I was like trying to go to sleep. And I just remember Dad, not at any sort of different level of volume, like volume level of speaking, but he just said, Tor, I'm so sorry.
Because he
And
knew
it was
you could hear
funny.
him.
Yeah, and I heard him. It was really funny. It was
Yeah.
really funny.
I'm surprised he was even aware of himself at that point.
If there's one thing you guys know how to do, it's party.
We do have fun. We did have a really good time. And then the fun on Saturday, after the boat day, we came home, everybody showered, changed, then we went out to dinner here in town. And then we had to go to the OD because Steve, one of the guys, wanted to get an OD baseball cap.
Which is a bar.
Yeah, the OD's a bar. And there was a cover. So we each had to pay a $10 cover to go into the bar for him to buy a hat, which was crazy.
Why'd you all go in? Why didn't you just wait for him?
Well, okay, we split up from the restaurant. The men went to the bar, and we went to the golf cart to put our food, our leftovers, on the cart, and our extra wine bottle that we didn't drink in the cart.
I
'cause we
see
didn't
the
wanna
issue
carry that.
already. The men made the plan.
Right. And at the
It always
when
comes back to the men making the plans.
when the men went in, the entrance that they went in was the sandbar entrance, which is the outside entrance of this establishment. Then when we got there, we walk around the corner and they're literally closing the gates of the sandbar, and they said, you have to go in the front. So we had to go to the front where there was a line. So we had to wait.
No way, you had to wait in line?
Yeah, we had to wait in line. And then we get up there and the guy just looks at us. He's like, oh, go ahead. I'm like, you're not going to card us?
Oh my God.
Like, oh, how offensive. I mean, clearly. And then Laura pitched a fit. She's like, I'm not paying a cover. My husband's already in there. They just closed the door on us in the back, blah, blah, blah. We didn't know that they had already paid a cover too. Like that they had already been charged. We thought once the sandbar closed, now all of a sudden we go in through the front and we have to pay. So she goes storming in. She was all bent out of shape. So then the guy looks at me. He rolls his eyes. He's like, you going to pay for her? And I'm like, yeah, I guess I am. So I paid her cover, and Lori's in my cover. We went in. We go and find the men in the back. They were still in the sandbar area. They were still back there. And then the next morning when we were rehashing this event, like over our coffee on Sunday morning, we were absolutely cracking ourselves up about the guy not carding us. And we're like, we should have just told him we have this unusual condition. We're actually in a support group for prematurely aging women or something, and you're making us feel terrible by not carding us. We just were howling with laughter. I know I'm terrible at retelling a story, but oh my God, we were just laughing our asses off on Sunday morning at rehashing the night. It was very funny.
That's always the best part of the next day is
It
rehashing the prior day's events.
I agree. And honestly, that's one of my favorite parts of being down here in the summer with you and all your girls, because hearing everybody talk about the shenanigans of the night before.
Well, Kate and Kelly always just have the funniest stories, don't they?
Yes. Yes. And also being able to hear you guys upstairs getting ready to go out for, we're in Phillies game's already over for the day and you guys are just heading out at 9:30 at 10 o'clock at night. And it's just so funny listening to everybody getting ready and the things everybody talks about. I love it. Anyway.
It is fun.
It is fun.
It's like a little mini sorority house.
It's a total sorority house. That's actually what our friends said this weekend, because everything's all twin beds everywhere. And they're like, oh my gosh, it's like college all over again.
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah,
it is.
all like twin
Very
beds.
much.
So now you're just relaxing, gorgeous weather.
Yes, I had 2 days off from reading, so I had to catch up.
Oh, yeah. I hear you have a big announcement to tell everyone.
Do I?
Yeah, 250.
I finished my 250th book so far for the year.
How many days are there in the year right now?
Today is day 252.
Ooh, you're too behind.
I know, I'm too behind.
What an embarrassment.
That's why my goal is 350, not 365. Because just in case, I'd be really disappointed if I missed that goal. But I was like, I'm not putting that pressure on myself.
Okay, you're saying 350, but in the back of your mind, you really do want 365, right?
I would love to do it, but I'm not going to stress if I don't.
Force it. No, totally. I can't believe you read 250 books this year.
And I have to say that the one that I
And
just read,
ACOTAR included in that. Like, that's crazy.
yes. Now, probably like 10 of those books have been audiobooks. So I've been listening to them instead of reading them. I assume that still counts. But it's a lot. It's a lot of reading.
No, it's a lot of reading.
The last one I read, though, my 250th, I couldn't stand. It was the
What
only
was it?
one-star book I've had so far this year. It was You Shouldn't Have Come Here by Geneva Rose. And I thought it was terrible. But I refused to not finish it. Like, I had to finish it because I was like, it can't be this bad. But it was.
Do you see what keeps happening on the FaceTime?
No.
Because you're holding your mic with a thumbs up. The FaceTime keeps putting a thumbs up on the screen. You can see that.
No, I didn't see it.
Next time it happens, I'll point it out. It's happened like so many times.
Oh my God, that's funny. Cause
It's really funny.
holding the microphone.
Yeah, the way you're holding it is a thumbs up.
That's hilarious.
It is funny.
I thought I saw something flash just then.
Yeah, no, it's a thumbs up. I don't know why Apple put that on the FaceTime, but whatever. So anyway, you're reading Up a Storm. I'm home.
I know. How have you liked being home?
Love
you can
it.
finally nest in your own place.
Yeah, no, I'm nesting hardcore. Like I have Amazon every single day, like 3 deliveries a day. It's a lot to keep up with. And it's a lot of boxes to throw away. I'm doing a lot of work here. And but it's nice. Like you'll have to come over soon and we have to go decor shopping because I really need to like make it decory and homey.
Mm-hmm. I get it.
So I need your input on some things.
Right. Well, now if you go, it's all going to be pumpkins and fall
I know.
stuff and not like permanent stuff, you know?
I know. I fear I can't even go until like January at this point because then after pumpkins, it's going to be Christmas.
Right.
But
That's always
fine.
hard.
Like maybe I want some Christmas decor.
You still have a giant box of it in my garage. FYI.
Oh, good. I have more stuff for your garage too, by the way.
Oh,
I was
yay.
trying to coordinate with Dad, like when he could come and empty some stuff to bring it back to your garage. And he's like, oh, next week.
Yeah. And well, I mean, he could do it this week. He just rushes to get back here.
Yeah.
instead
When
of
is he coming
spend the
back?
day
Tomorrow?
Yeah, he will drive directly from Maryland back to here tomorrow.
Man, all these people are listening and they're like, we don't care about your husband's travel schedule.
I know. I know. I know.
Sorry, guys.
Sorry.
Sorry. But yeah, no, it's really nice to be home. I miss the beach. Every time I'm somewhere, I miss the other place. Like when
Agreed.
I'm here, I really miss the beach. When I'm at the beach, I love the beach, but I miss like
Your own space.
my own space and like the routine of being home. Like that's what I like the most about being home is just being in a really stable routine.
I agree.
But I just love the beach a lot. So when I got down on Friday last week, I was like not sure how long I was going to stay. Like I woke up Saturday and like a little under the weather. I was like, maybe I'll just go home today. But I ended up meeting up with some friends and I had a really good time. So I'm glad that I stayed down Saturday. And then I left on Sunday and I did like the ultimate Sunday reset yesterday. And tonight's Monday. And I have not had a Monday night off at home in 6 years because I always teach Monday night spin.
Oh my gosh, that's right.
Yeah. So this is my first Monday night at home off in 6 years. And seriously, it feels like incredible.
That's good.
Yeah. It's like really nice. So I'm very much so enjoying it. It won't last long, but I'm enjoying it this week while I can. I went to the gym today. There's a lot of, I feel like I'm going to like meet my husband maybe at the gym.
Oh, okay.
Maybe.
It certainly could happen.
No, it could happen. It could happen anywhere. Hopefully not soon, but.
Don't knock it. You never know.
You never know.
No, that's
Anyway, no, it is true. Anyway, you want to talk about some books?
Sure.
Okay. So I'm still working through A Court of Wings and Ruin, which is the third book of the ACOTAR series. I'm not liking it.
Really?
Yeah, like maybe I'm just in a lull. I'm switching between audio and reading it because like that's how much I can't get through the reading of it. And I had a feeling this would happen because fantasy books have a habit of getting so, am I boring you?
No.
Fantasy books
Sorry, I
have
had you on.
no, it's fine. They have a habit of getting so like deep into it where it's like, okay, who is this person? What is the plot? What side quest are they on? Why are we even doing the side quest? Why does there need to be a war? Like there's just like sometimes you just get so into the thick of the fantasy plot that I'm like, what even is the plot?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm kind of getting like that, but I know it's all going to round itself out. I just have to stick with it. But I was talking to Kelly and she said the same thing. She was like, I forced myself to read it and it gets really good. Like just stick with it, which is always the theme of ACOTAR. So
Yes.
I just got to keep going.
Just stick with it.
Yeah.
It's
so
true. I liked the third one, but I guess I can see what you're saying. It's a different read than the other two so far.
Yeah. And I will say, I think my favorite character so far I'm on like chapter 30 of the whole series so far is Morrigan. I just love her.
Mm-hmm. I like her too.
The Morrigan.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I like it too.
Yeah, I really like her. And I just finished Part of Your World on audiobook, which if you remember, I started that book in June. And it's now September 9th.
That's
and I just finished it. And I loved it. It was so cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was so cute. Where's my Daniel?
I know. Those are really good books. All three of them are really good.
Is the second book about her friend Bree? Or is it a different character? Oh, it is. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah,
and
I'm going to start that one.
That's yours truly, right?
And
then maybe? Just for the summer?
Yeah, I think so.
All three of them are fantastic.
Yeah,
really
I thought it
like
was
all
really
three.
Cute. Yeah, I was very excited.
I particularly liked yours truly because the male main character, she writes him so beautifully. Like he's got anxiety, and the way she writes him is just fantastic. I could relate so hard to everything that he goes through. You know, all his own inner dialogue is, I live that. So I just loved that book. Thought it was great. Anyway.
Yeah, I'm starting that one. So I'll probably start it tomorrow morning on my walk.
Oh, so you'll do audio for that one too? Yeah.
And maybe tonight I'll even go for a walk when we're done recording. Oh, you know what the strangest thing is? I've been eating normal, but my lunch has just been filling me up to the point where I don't even have dinner most nights.
What are you eating for lunch?
I'm eating a taco bowl, and instead of lettuce as my base, I'm using rice, and I think that's what it is. But it's also beans, and beans really fill me up, and ground turkey. And
you're getting a lot of protein, a lot of fiber. You're full.
Yeah, at like 2 p.m. So I'm literally not hungry. Like it's 6 p.m. right now. I'm so full. I can't even imagine making dinner right now. So I'll probably just walk, have a cookie, and then chill out and go to bed later.
Yeah, have a yogurt and fruit and call it a night or whatever.
No, I'm having a cookie. I bought chocolate chip cookies at Wegmans.
Okay, well then you can have a cookie.
Yeah. But anyway, why did I bring that up? I don't know. But I'm going to go for a walk, and I'm going to listen to it on the walk. And it was really, really nice. Yeah. But then I also went to Barnes & Noble yesterday after yoga, and I bought Daydream by Hannah Grace. She's the author that wrote Icebreaker and Wildfire.
Oh,
the
that's
Maple Hill
is
series.
That the Henry one?
Yeah, this one's Henry's story.
Okay.
So that just came out.
I still have Wildfire on my, I guess I got it on Spotify as an audiobook, and I still haven't finished that one either. I just keep getting distracted when I'm driving or whatever. I mean, when I'm driving is the only time I really listen to them. That was Frankie. He was
my God, what
scratching
was he
his
doing?
collar.
Oh my
it was
God,
a
I
weird
heard
noise.
that.
I can't believe you heard that. Hi, Frank.
I did. And then I also got The Last House on Needless Street by Catherine Ward. Have you heard of it?
I haven't heard that one.
So it was in the horror category.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, you're going to read
I'll
that
let you
one
know.
alone? We'll
Yeah, I
see.
have no other choice. I mean, it's like spooky time, so I kind of want to just like read a spooky book.
Okay. That makes sense. Well, let me know how you like it.
Okay, I will. And then you read 29 books?
I read 29 books in August. Yeah. I know. I know. Kind of a lot. It was a good month. It was easy to read. I read on the beach a lot. A couple audiobooks in there. But yeah, it was good.
What was your fave?
I had two favorites. One was One True Loves by Taylor Jenkins Reid, which was just a beautiful book. Loved it. Loved it. Loved it. Highly recommend. And then another one called Behind Every Good Man by Sarah Goodman Confino, I think it was. And that was really cute. It was set in the 60s and about a woman catching her husband cheating, and she has to go and create a life for herself. And she grew up in a political family, and her husband was running some senatorial campaign, so she decided to run the campaign of the guy opposing who her husband is managing.
Oh,
So
wow.
it was cute. It was good. It was a nice kind of empowering female book. Like, it was good. I liked it a lot.
Did you read The Perfect Couple?
Ellen Hildebrand?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Have you watched the Netflix show of it yet?
No, I was one. Is that what it is supposed to be based on?
Yeah. And it just came out a few days ago. I watched it.
I just saw it when Daddy was scrolling through the other night. What did you think?
I really liked it, but I didn't read the book, so I had nothing to like go off of it. And I was listening to The Toast today, and they read the book and they hated it.
Really?
So I'm very curious what you think.
Oh, okay. Maybe I'll actually watch that tonight because it's something I don't think Daddy would be interested in.
Yeah, watch it. Dad might like it. I liked it, but I didn't know Dakota Fanning was in it. Like the whole time, I didn't know that was Dakota Fanning.
Okay.
Because wasn't she in a movie when Maddie and I were really young?
I think so, yeah, but
So that's how I
don't
always
remember.
like picture her. So the fact
Yeah.
that she's an adult is bizarre to me.
She grew up just like you.
No, I can't believe it. We all do it. And the only real issue I had with the show was Nicole Kidman's wig and accent. You would have thought they ordered a wig off Temu and just threw it on her and said, go. Like, did anyone try to even style that freaking thing? Like,
Now I have to watch it.
You have to watch it, Mom. There's this one scene where she's in the bar with the detective, and the wig has a giant crease in it, and the curls are a disaster. I'm like, this wig is such a disgrace. It should be in a museum. Like, it's so bad.
That's hilarious.
Does she have an accent? Is she American, Nicole Kidman?
No, I believe I think she's Australian.
Okay, well, they let her keep this accent for the show.
Okay.
Doesn't sound Australian. It's like, do you know how sometimes when they want people in America to sound really rich, they give them like a very off-brand British accent?
Yeah.
That's what this was, but worse.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, now I have to watch.
It was like Julie Andrews. Who's The Sound of Music?
Julie Andrews.
Julie Andrews, but like again from Temu.
I love that description. That's very appropriate. I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, you have to watch and let me know what you think.
Frankie, you got to wait, buddy.
I didn't know Julie Andrews was an American. I mean, Nicole Kidman. Who's she married to?
Keith Urban.
Keith Urban?
Yeah.
And she didn't pick up any Southern
No,
flair?
I think he's Australian too, isn't he?
Shut up. No way.
Okay.
Let me Google
Am
this.
I speaking out of turn? Are you Googling it?
Is Keith Urban Australian? New Zealand born Australian singer. Isn't he a country singer?
Yeah.
No way. I mean, that I know. Oh, Reddit. I just learned Keith Urban is Australian. What?
Reddit is so much fun.
Reddit is like a lot of fun.
Like Reddit, you can fall down so many rabbit holes.
Yes, you can. You really, really can.
Yeah.
See, this is why I need to not be on my computer because now I'm suddenly my Google Calendar. Let me get off of this freaking thing.
Close that out.
All right. So anyway, yeah, I watched that. I've been watching a lot of TV.
I have not watched TV, all summer. I don't watch TV.
It's fine. It's better not to.
Oh, yeah, I'm okay with it.
Want to talk about why I called you this week?
Yes, let's.
I called you for a lot of reasons this week, but number one, I called to ask what size crock pot I need. And I did end up getting the 7-quart because every other, like it was $36 on Amazon, the 7-quart crock pot. Everything else was above $50. Like smaller
Really?
sizes and everything. Yeah, that was a crazy noise, by the way.
It was a what? Crazy what?
Noise.
Oh, sorry. I hit the mic. I don't know.
No, all good. But yeah, everything was like over $50 except the 7-quart was $36. So I just got that and I got it today. That's another thing that's so great about being back in like the general populations. You can get same day Amazon delivery.
I know. I mean, we're only in New Jersey. I mean,
I know.
We're not literally on a Caribbean island, But yeah, if I switch my address from home where it's like, oh, you'll have it tomorrow by 10 a.m. and then I move my address to here, it's like, oh, you'll get it next Tuesday. I'm like, for God's sakes, it's a 2-hour drive it'd be cheaper for me faster for me to deliver it home and go pick it up.
And we passed the Amazon fulfillment center on the way here. Like it's
on
in
the way
New Jersey.
Here. That's right.
Like it's an hour from our house.
I know we're on an island, but for God's sakes, it's not that remote.
Just get over the bridge. It's not that crazy.
It's not that bad. I know. Get it.
I know.
I know.
So that's been glorious. And I even have same day delivery. Like I ordered the crock pot at 10. I got it by 1.
Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm. I know. They're going to start like probably droning it in through my windows by next year.
So wait, when you get a delivery, do they deliver it to your door?
No.
Or do you have to go downstairs and get it?
No, I just it just gets delivered to the mailroom.
Okay. So you have to see you get the email saying it was delivered and you got to go grab it. Mm-hmm. Oh, the horror. It's
not that bad. Apartment living.
Not that bad, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. What else did you call me for? That was it.
Well,
mostly.
That was really it. And then Maddie called me on Saturday when Dad sent me on the scavenger hunt for the pliers.
That's right. I forgot about that.
Okay, so hang on. Let me explain. Dad, if you're listening, we love you. So, okay. The dryer, there's something wrong with it. Like it's this one part and we got a replacement sent out, whatever. Well, I thought it was all fixed. I'm drying my clothes. They stopped drying and then the knob wouldn't work anymore. So I took the dial off and what do I see? Tape on what was supposed to be fixed by your lovely husband.
I know.
So I see the tape and it's not fixing the issue. So I need I know what to do to get the dryer working again. I need a set of pliers. Long story short. So I go to the closet that we call should I say what we call it? I'm not going to.
I don't think we should.
Okay, I'm not going to.
Someone will report us. Okay. Storage room. Yeah.
Okay, so we have a storage room in the house. So this storage room has not been touched or reorganized since we bought the house in 2020. So Dad keeps his toolbox that has not been moved since 2020 in the storage closet. So I open the door to the storage closet and wouldn't you know, Dad reorganized the whole closet. It looks incredible. I will say it looks great. He did a great job. but there's no toolbox to be found. Therefore, no pliers to be found. Therefore,
Right.
I can't dry my clothes. And I'm trying to like get the clothes in the dryer so I can go meet my friends. Like I need what's in the dryer so I can like put clothes on to leave the house. So whatever. So I call you and you guys are all out drinking, like you're on the boat having a good time. And of course I'm calling you and I'm like, where's the pliers? Where's the pliers? Where's the pliers? You're not answering. I get it. You're having fun. Dad's not answering. Of course he's not. And then all of a sudden, Maddie calls me. And as Maddie's calling me, and she never calls me, as Maddie's calling me, you guys call me back. And I'm like, Maddie, I'll call you later. So I answer the phone and it's you, but it's Dad on the other end of the FaceTime. I'm like, hey. And I'm like, I need your pliers. Where are they? He goes, oh, they're in my truck. So I said, okay. So I walk outside. I go to the truck, which is parked far from the house, mind you. I go to the truck. I open it up. Well, wouldn't you know, Dad's bed is full. The bed of his truck is full of all this stuff. And he goes, so my toolbox is in the very back of all of that. So I'm like, okay, awesome. So I dig everything out and he's like, yep, it's in that toolbox right there. So I locate the toolbox. He's on FaceTime with me and I'm showing him. I'm like, this one, right? He goes, yep, that's the one. So I open it up and he goes, they're blue pliers. I said, I know exactly what I'm looking for. And they're always, in the storage closet, but of course they're not there today. It's fine. Whatever. I open up the toolbox and immediately I'm like, this is not right. It's all just like bungee cords for the truck. And I'm like, I don't think they're in here. And he goes, no, they are. So I flip over the camera and he goes, oh yeah, that's the wrong toolbox. And I'm like, okay, so where's the correct toolbox? And he goes, oh, it's in the shed. Oh, it's in the shed. It's in the shed. Okay. So I pack up his whole truck, whatever, I go to the shed. Why are his tools in the shed? He's never once put his tools in that shed. He's never even brought them.
Place. They shouldn't be there.
No. And he's also never brought them out of the house ever in the 5 years we've had this house. Like, what? Whatever. So then I go to the shed and I find him immediately. He goes, really sorry about that, Tor. I'm like, it's fine. Then I go in. And then I, fix it. I dry my clothes. All is good. Whatever. So that was a wild goose hunt that like Dad sent me on for the pliers that haven't moved in 5 years, except for the one time that I need them. It's fine.
Mm-hmm. It's always
anyway,
the way.
Always the way. So I call Maddie back after all that. And she was shopping for new glasses. Did she show you what she picked out?
Yeah, she sent me a picture. I think they're really cute.
I know. We picked them out together on FaceTime.
I'm so grateful that you were there to help her because she asked me, she's like, how do I?
Oh, I was second choice.
Yeah, how do I know? Well, and I said, Matt, I'm out. Like, I can't see or hear you right now. I said, send me screenshots. And then I didn't hear from her. So I'm glad she got a hold of you and you were able to help her pick out new frames.
Yeah, they're really cute. I like them a lot.
I think they'll look good. She said, though, when she got home, Drake didn't like them.
Why?
Right. And I was like, oh, well, tough. And she's like, yeah, but now maybe he won't like. I'm like, no, stop. He's going to love them. It's going to be fine.
He said he didn't like him or she's worried he won't like him?
No, she showed him the picture and he said, no, I don't like those.
What?
Yeah. But I like them. Oh, my God.
No, I really like them.
Yeah, I thought
they're
they were
really cute. And she thought so too. I think maybe he just needs to see him in person.
Yes, I agree. I think it'll be fine.
Well, I want to talk about weddings today.
Yeah, why? You got weddings on the mind?
Well, yeah, everyone is getting married.
I know. Well, you're at that age where all your friends are dropping like flies.
Dropping like flies. Well, everyone is getting married. One, because it's wedding season, but two, yes, like it is that age of, marriage.
Yeah. I was married when I was 26. I got married at 26.
That's so good. Like, I'm so single at 26.
That's okay. I
no,
think
it's nice.
It's a different world these days.
I mean,
your father was 32, so he waited for me.
Well, he was also engaged before.
He was.
He was trying.
Yeah, but it's a good thing that other one didn't take, right?
100%. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here.
That's right. That would be awful.
So I want to hear about your wedding.
Oh boy, my wedding. Well, it was almost 30 years ago. Next month will be our 30th anniversary.
What are you guys doing?
We don't have any plans. We won't do anything special.
May I propose Italy?
We did that for our 25th.
But you didn't have me there.
No, because it was our anniversary.
Right. But wouldn't it be fun to have your 30th with me in Italy?
Yeah, no, we're not going to do that.
Okay.
Yes, it'd be fun. I would love to do a family trip to Italy, but it's not going to be this year.
Okay.
Can you live with that?
Yeah, but you don't have any plans for your 30th?
No, nothing.
What about a party?
No. With who? No.
Okay. All right. Well, whatever you guys
You want to throw me a
do.
party? You can throw me a party.
I can.
Yeah, I'm not going to do it. Frankie, stop.
What's he doing?
He's just staring me in the face and kicking his feet.
Oh, he misses you. Hi,
No,
Frankie.
He's giving me the paw. I think he might need to go out. He'll have to wait a few minutes.
Yeah, well, tell me about your wedding. Then he can go out.
Yes. So yeah, let's start at the beginning. Ross and I met in January of 1992. We got engaged September of 93 and married October of 94. And I remember when we got engaged and I called my grandparents, my mom's parents in California, and told them that we were engaged. And they said, oh, so when's the wedding? And I said, October. And they said, oh, that's fantastic. We'll book our flights. And I'm like, no, next October. And they were like, why are you waiting so long? And I'm like, that's kind of how it's done now. I mean, just because they got married in a month, you know what I mean?
Oh, they did?
Yeah. And so did my dad's parents. Like everything was very quick, back then. But anyway, budget wise, that was, you hear stories about some of these weddings that are just insanely expensive and opulent and crazy. And I'm like, and even back then I was like, I just don't want to, I wasn't looking forward to the wedding because I don't like being the center of attention. I just wanted something very simple and understated and not a big giant thing. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But that worked out because my parents didn't want to pay for a big giant thing. My dad gave us some money and he said, this is what I have put aside for your wedding. If you want more than that, you guys pay for it. So what he gave us was plenty. We managed to do it, but we cut a lot of costs. It was very simple. Our wedding was really simple.
I think that's changed too. Like, the tradition, like the bride's family pays for the wedding. I don't think that's a thing anymore.
Yeah, I think that's true. I think a lot of couples pay for their own weddings.
Yeah.
And definitely the husband chips in, or they've created so many more events around weddings now.
Yes.
Like there's the brunch the day after.
Bachelorette parties.
Yes.
And
you travel for a bachelorette or bachelor party and, you go to Vegas or you go to Napa or you go wherever for all these events that happen before the wedding. Like the maid of honor must spend a freaking fortune these days. I don't know. We didn't do any of that. It was super simple. I didn't have a bachelorette party. I didn't want one. Daddy had what he called a bachelor party, but it was like a golf outing with some of his friends. It just wasn't, it's not what you hear of these days.
Did you have bridesmaids?
I had bridesmaids. I had 4.
Was Laurie maid of honor?
Yes. Matron
She
of
was
honor.
down
She had,
matron.
yeah, she had just gotten married herself. So, yeah.
That was one of my mom's friends that was down last weekend.
Yeah, she was down last weekend. But yeah, we did our ceremony, I think, was around noon. And then we did like a cocktail hour and like hors d'oeuvres for our reception. We didn't do a sit down dinner. It was over by 5 or 6 in the evening. So we didn't do a sit down dinner. Daddy and I left in his Nissan Altima. We didn't rent a limo, nothing like that. It was just simple.
And you went to Olive Garden, right?
And then we went to Olive Garden for dinner, yeah.
That's so funny.
It was funny. Yeah, we got to the hotel and changed and went to the Olive Garden. I mean, we had to eat something, right? And then we left the next day for Barbados.
Were you saying you did your own hair and makeup?
I did my own hair and makeup. I painted my own nails.
Wow.
Yeah. I didn't do any of that stuff.
What a chill bride.
Very, very simple.
Did you love it?
Yeah, it was good. It was exactly what I would have wanted. We had a DJ instead of a band. I had one of my college roommates was in video production at the time, so she videotaped everything for us and made us a little, she produced a little 10-minute wedding video, which was hilarious. Have you seen it?
I think so.
I think you've seen it. It was really cute. One of Ross's groomsmen was a pastry chef, so he made the cake for us. That was his gift. We had relatives who lived in Hawaii, and they sent us fresh flowers to use.
No
in the
way.
bouquets. Yeah.
Oh my God.
So, anybody that we were happy to have that in lieu of a gift. You know what I mean? So we cut down on costs with all that sort of stuff. Our hotel room for our wedding night was free. That was a gift from a woman. I had worked with her doing our management conference for the place where I worked. We did the conference at that hotel. And she said, "Oh, you guys can have the penthouse suite for your wedding night." And we're like, "Oh, thanks." It was hilarious. It was like a 5,000 square foot, 5-bedroom suite. And I was like, this is such a waste. Like, this is so stupid.
Oh my God, that's so fun.
Yeah, it was fun. But literally, we went to the Olive Garden, came home, fell asleep, woke up at 5 a.m. to get to the airport for our flight. Like, it was just a waste. But it was fun. It was a good time.
It was in Philly?
The hotel was in Philly. The wedding was at my parents' country club.
Where?
St. David's Country Club.
No, you're so mainline.
Yes. Well, the wedding itself was at Church of the Good Samaritan in Paoli. And then the reception was at the country club.
You're so mainline.
That's where we lived.
That's so fun. Did Dad's family like it?
No, I don't think so. The big Italian family, or they were disappointed that it wasn't a big sit-down dinner with chicken parm and, a full band singing Frank Sinatra and, no, none of that. So
yeah, Dad's parents are so Italian.
Yeah. So no, this was definitely more my speed than his. He probably had a lot of pacifying to do with people that would complain to him and be like, "Where's all the food?" He's like, "No, you just got to eat what's there. Then go out to dinner."
Yeah, I think that is fun to, get all dressed up, have a fun reception, cocktail hour, and then go eat.
We had fun. I mean, it was good for us.
Yeah, it's what you wanted.
Right. Yeah, I didn't want to have a big sit-down dinner. Oh, and I remember this too. Like, we had a DJ instead of a band, like I said. And so ahead of time, the DJ sends you a thing and says, what do you want to play? What do you definitely not want to play? That sort of thing. What's your music style, etc. So there were a few things I did not want him to do, like all these cheesy wedding dance songs, like what was the chicken song or the
chicken dance?
The chicken dance. Yeah, all these other things that people request at weddings, all these line dances and stuff, and the Macarena and everything. I was like, I don't really want those. And they're like, "You sure? People are going to request them." I'm like, I don't want them. It's not the party that I want. Mm-hmm. And then at the wedding, people kept coming up to me. "The DJ said we can't play this, and the DJ said we can't play that. Why can't we do it?" And I'm like, fine, go ahead, have the party you want.
Oh, you let them?
Yeah, because I was just amazed at how many people were annoyed at that. And I'm like, okay, I guess I have to play those, whatever.
So weird. Like, do you really need a cha-cha slide that bad?
Yeah, right? Well, I guess so.
I guess evidently you do need a cha-cha slide that bad. Did you have a bridal shower?
Yes.
How was it?
I did have a bridal shower. It was at my house. It was fine. It was fun. That was good. Laura did a good job with that.
And you didn't have a bachelorette?
Nope.
What else did you do leading up to the wedding? Anything?
No.
Where'd
Not
you get your
much.
dress?
A place in Collegeville, actually. It's called Bridal Town. I don't know if it's still there. I think it's gone now. But it was this atrocious pink Victorian building in Collegeville. It was horrible looking. But it was really funny when Laura went with me to try on dresses. And
It was just the two of you?
yeah, my mom didn't
Grandma
go.
didn't go? Why?
Mm-mm. I don't know.
Did she want to?
No, I don't think so.
Did you invite her?
Probably. I don't remember.
And she
to tell you the
didn't
truth.
go?
I don't know. I mean, no, she didn't go, but it was just Laura and me.
God, Grandma.
And it's so just, scrolling through the racks of dresses and stuff. And I looked at one and with all these ruffles on the back, and I'm like, see, I want nothing like that. None of these ruffles, blah, blah, blah. We look. I try on like 5 or 6 dresses and I'm like, no, none of these are it. And then the lady brings in another one and I looked at it from the front. It's this beautiful V, like a slight off the shoulder V neck thing, all beaded in the front. I was like, oh, that's really pretty. So I tried it on. It was the one with the ruffles in the back, but I loved it. And when you bustled it, it was really cute with all the ruffles down the back. So I ended up getting the one dress that I was like, oh, no, not that one. But when I tried it on the front, it was perfect. So
Yeah, I do love your dress.
I was like, oh, I'll have to get that.
I've only ever seen your dress in pictures.
Well, it's all wrapped up. It's in the box with no window in it. Hopefully it's not just rags stuffed in a box from the cleaners. You never know.
Yeah, you never know.
When you get married or your sister gets married, we'll open it up and see what's there.
What will we do with it?
I don't know. I can't fit into it anymore. You guys
You don't
want to
wear it on our wedding day?
No. If you want to have it or parts of it, you're welcome to it.
Were extravagant weddings like a thing and you just chose not to have it? Or was your wedding like the norm of like what the time was like?
Oh, no, I think ours was far simpler, especially for where we lived.
Yeah.
Yeah, extravagant weddings were definitely a thing. But seeing how they've gone way over the top now, like there's so much more extravagant now than they were even then.
What do you think changed it? Social media, just like the flashiness of it all?
I think so. But I mean, and now we even have, it seems like you've got to hire somebody to videotape your proposal and you're this and you need your hashtag and you need that. And now it's even promposals and blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's just, I think it's all for social media, all the flash and the look at me moment. Everybody wants their moment, it seems. And I was exactly the opposite. I was like, I do not want to be the center of attention. I don't like it.
Yeah, walking down the aisle seems dreadful.
It is. It is. Well, it was for me, but it was good. It was good. It was a great day.
Well, I liked hearing about your wedding.
Yeah, thanks for asking. I love talking about that stuff with you.
Oh, that's so cute. Well, is there anything else you want to talk about?
No. How about you? Well, what do you want to do for a wedding? Like what do you have thoughts?
Well, first I need a husband.
Well, yeah. Okay. But I'm sure you've pictured stuff in your mind. Like, I definitely don't want to do that, or I definitely do want to do that.
Oh, well, I've been to weddings and maybe this is a very unpopular opinion. I tend to think they're horribly cheesy. Like just the first dance of it all and the saying your vows publicly in front of all these people. And it just seems so like, oh God, like, I don't know. It just seems like a lot. Mm-hmm. And a lot of that stuff I would rather just do privately. Like I would definitely want to do private vows. Like no one needs to know like my promises to my future husband. I don't know if I'd want to do the whole first dance stuff. It just seems so like intimate and I wouldn't want to do that in front of all these people. Like obviously I want that moment with like dad, like a first dance with dad, but we had our daddy daughter dances like growing up, you know what I mean? So like
Yeah.
I don't know, like it's just these very intimate moments. Having it in front of a crowd just seems a lot to me. Like to me, I don't know, maybe I'm just not the biggest fan of
And
that.
that's,
But
I feel like you're in my head. I mean, that's pretty much where I was. Like when we went to our wedding rehearsal, they were like, "Are you writing your own vows?" And I'm like, "No, we're going right out of the book." I'm not.
oh, I do want to write my own vows, but I don't want to say them in front of everyone.
Well, that was the thing. Like that wasn't going to be an option. So I was like, I'm not getting up there and being like, "I promise to this." But I'm like, I'm not doing that. Like just read them and I'll say, "Yes, I do." You know what I mean? Like I was not prepared to do that. And daddy wouldn't have been either. You know? That's
Yeah,
just
I mean, I say all this now, but like you also just never know until you're in
yes.
the moment.
Very true.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's also just I just can't really fathom how expensive a wedding is and just to spend it all on one day. Like if we have that money, I would so much rather put it towards something else than like one day. And it's also just I don't know. Like I don't know. Like I also just don't think my head space is in marriage right now just because of like where I'm at in my life.
Sure.
Like even the thought of marriage is a little freaky to me. Like being in a legally binding contract with someone for the rest of your life, and if you want to get out of it, you have to get lawyers involved. It's just kind of a lot. But I
Yeah.
could just be saying that because I'm like so single.
It's very
And
possible. And yeah,
and
you're
I
not there. It's not part of your reality right now. So
yeah, and maybe because like over the summer we had the whole like, agreement thing. So I'm like just very turned off from like
Yeah.
agreements at the moment. So I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know. But I like being invited to weddings. I think it's fun. Like whenever I
Yes.
attend a wedding, I do have a good time at weddings. And I
That's
love seeing other people get married, and I love being part of their day.
yeah. That's it
I'm
is
not
quite an
cynical.
it's an honor to be invited to someone's wedding. Like that you
Yes.
are thought of as somebody that's that important to share that with somebody. Like that's really sweet.
Yeah.
So I do like that. And the whole gift thing too, getting a gift for someone for a wedding. It's I've always felt like it needs to kind of be well, I guess the rule of thumb was always you give a gift equivalent to what the couple is spending on you as a guest. You know what I mean? Which, back in the day was, maybe $75, $100. Now it's a lot more than that per person to
Yeah.
do
Now,
something.
like, I know a lot. Oh, well, that's also the other thing that I don't always understand because, like, plates now are going for like $250 a person. And the food is never worth $250. So I'm like,
No.
what am I like? What is the $250 a person for? Because I know it's most likely not the florals that we're seeing. Like it's the place settings. Like the bar is normally not an open bar.
Yeah, usually
So
bars different.
right. So I'm also just like, okay. So what is the $250 a head? Like the food's always great, but I know if I went to this exact place and ordered this exact meal, it wouldn't cost $250.
Right, but it's the rental of the space, it's the help, it's the chef, it's the food, it's everything that goes into it.
I do get that, but I also think that venues will just tack on a premium because it's a wedding.
Because it's a wedding. Yes. I think that's
And I
it's
think
quite
that's
a racket.
really like slimy to like really capitalize off of people's special day just because they know that they can. It's like,
right.
Where's that glass ceiling of, okay, now we're just robbing this happy couple?
Yes, I agree with you, babe. I do.
So I am a fan of weddings. I just don't think right now for me, let me just put it this way. I haven't pictured what my wedding would look like.
Okay. I gotcha. Luckily, you have plenty of time to think about it.
I have plenty of time. Well, I want to go for a walk before the sun gets down.
Yeah, so you should get going. You still have about 45 minutes of daylight.
Yeah. But this was a great call. Did you like the audio only?
Yeah, this was good.
Yeah,
Hopefully I hit the button right.
I also hope when you end it, you click the square, not the record button again. The stop
Hit the
button.
square. Okay.
Yeah.
I can do that.
All right. Well, love you, Mom.
Love you, Tor. Have a nice walk.
Thanks. And everyone make sure to subscribe on YouTube, follow us on Spotify. And thanks for listening to this week's episode of Let Me Call My Mom. And we'll talk to you guys next week. Bye.
Okay. Bye, everybody.